And yeah, we managed to cross the road or the street. What is it? It's Cesta road. But of course now we still have to cross the tracks. And of course Liza, as usual, she needs to pee or sniff just before we go across. So last time, you know, she was taking so long with her business that we actually had to stay and wait for the train to pass by. Unfortunately today this is not the case. So yeah, in the morning it was +1, currently it's +1, but I have, as you can see, the wind is really strong currently, and most likely, you know, the chill effect is much higher than in the morning, especially now that we are walking, you know, along the road and not among the buildings as we were in the morning. Yeah. So this is Sintal. So I think it is the largest private security firm in Slovenia. So this is their headquarters, not only for Ljubljana, but I think for the whole Slovenia. They have several, you know, let's say regional offices, regional headquarters. Yeah. No, this all used to be one. Lisa greva, and she wants to go to the left, and she wants to go to the left, and she doesn't want to move, but she will have to move. You know, this from these tracks to tracks over there, this used to be one company, one factory, Litostroj. You know, basically the modernization of Šiška, especially Upper Šiška, revolved, you know, around the factory, because, you know, all the apartment buildings here, and especially, you know, on that side, on both sides of the road, were constructed, you know, to facilitate or alleviate the living arrangements of mainly, let's say, foreign, but not foreign, non-Slovene workforce from other republics of the former Yugoslavia. You know, and of course, after Yugoslavia fell apart, the company fell apart. So now the only remains of the Litostroj are in that corner. All else were then, you know, at first the company was divided in different, you know, let's say smaller companies, and those companies then, you know, got sold off. And then, you know, everything was basically sold off, because the most valuable asset that they had were, you know, well, was the property, the halls. And, you know, like in that building now currently is like a private school. It's they offer from high school, gymnasium level to what would be that in English, not university level, but just below, so level 6 education. So that would be like technical college, something, or I think in English in America it's known as not local college, local college, something like that. It's not university, but, you know, it's between the high school and university. Pridi greva tukaj. Napet, yeah. Dăm și titlul ăla. So yeah, today the plan is to have our pre-noon walk around the industrial zone, as it's now known. So yeah, on that side of the factory there used to be additional rail line, you know, basically industrial rail line, so tracks, and number 2. Okay, let's continue on. So, you know, Litostroj, you know, you can see in the distance that white boards, those white boards with blue writing. So yeah, and this is Srednja šola tehničkih strok Šiška, which is that school, and this is so Srednja šola is let's say vocational high school of technical vocations here in Šiška. So, and this is the vocational high school for hairdressers. So you know, so this technical school was basically created as a support institution for the Litostroj factory, because you know they needed, because this was, you know, huge factory, you know, several thousand people, I assume. Yeah, more than 1,000, of course. Several, okay, let's to be sure, several hundred. And then, you know, but it was one of the largest factories in Slovenia. Aj bi prišla. Kaj gledamo? Yeah, you know, so they needed educated force, so they basically created a school. And you know, Litostroj actually means, so Lito means casting, Stroj is a machine, so casting machine. So basically Litostroj was known, and well, still is, as you can see. So basically this is what basically remains of the former Litostroj. So Litostroj was known for, well, and still is, for casting pieces of heavy machinery, or you know, for heavy machinery, so like turbine shafts and so forth, you know, like large metal pieces. And of course for that they needed also, you know, their dedicated rail line, which was, you know, just there for several years after, you know, the, let's say, dissolution or reduction in size of the company. You know, the tracks were still there. Lizzie, I don't know what she's looking at, because there is nothing here. There are a couple of people, of course, but no dog. No dog inside. Wait, gremo. And you know, so for several years, basically that rail track, it was a single rail track. Basically it was unused, and then it was basically removed in its entirety. And now, of course, when they have like large shipping orders, you know, everything goes by this road. Okay, Lizzie, greva tuki. The usual passage is blocked, so let's go here. And yeah, and you know, sometimes, well, basically quite a lot of times. And there is Afghani hound. you know, they have to use this road, you know, heavy machinery. Lizzy car. No bother. You know, in all these years, this sidewalk remains unfinished. I don't know why. And this is, you know, like self-service restaurant. It's very huge, very popular. And as you can see, also parking lot unfinished. And of course, yeah, because most likely they do not, the company that owns the restaurant doesn't own the property. They just lease it and they cannot do anything. The owners, you know, why should they spend money on, you know, upkeep or betterment of their property? Yeah. And here you are. So now the company is known as Litostroj Power. And yeah, this is it, what remains of the whole complex. Everything else was sold. Now different companies, or the old factory buildings were torn down and new buildings were built on their place. So yeah, there just basically you can see the different hatch, you know. There is a clear Tuki greva. She wants to go to the left, but no. Pridi greva Tuki. You can see the difference between the hedges, you know. So on the left is the newer hedge where the lines used to basically run also across the road. So I don't really know why. Liza, nagriva here. Because, you know, in this direction you cannot go anywhere. So this was, you know, basically it. And as I was a kid, you know, I still remember a couple of times we have to also wait here. But yeah, then they removed the tracks that lay, basically they were running somewhere like here. Because, you know, this is the end, because this is, you know, Ljubljana Ring Road, Ljubljana Roundabout, Ljubljana Circular, whatever. Yeah. Oh, once again windy. Lizika daiva hodat. She doesn't want to walk because mom and little sis are home. I said, Mom, let's go walking. She said, no, I'm making bread, I have to stay here. I said, little sis can watch it. No, I have to watch it. So yeah, we went on our own. And now, of course, this one is upset because she has to walk just with me, and according to my rules and not to regarding her wishes. So yeah, as you can see, not a large factory that remains, well, whole factory building. Yeah, but today we will not go to the field with this snowfall of yesterday. Well, today also it's well. Today she is giving you quite a nice overview of her stubborn nature. Her stubborn, rambunctious nature. Oh, it's cold. Oh, okay, let's end on this point, and I don't know if we will continue with this walk and talk. Okay, let's end.